Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Fiery Moon, and I'm here to do a check-in. I got a song this morning, and you guys are familiar with my channel. Anytime there's a message for the Counterpart collection or collective, excuse me, I get it by song. So the song I got today was, Rock With You by Freddie Jackson. So definitely that may, resonate with some of you out there. But in the song, he's talking about, he's saying how, it's been a while, like, he hasn't seen her and was wondering if, like for old time's sakes, if, she had a little time for him. And whether you're the masculine or the feminine, it doesn't matter. But it's almost like there's an energy of, the masculine wanting to see the feminine, wanting to, reach out is what I'm feeling. So I recorded the full moon reading, which is currently uploading right now. It should be uploaded before the end of night tonight. But I said, because the song is still playing in my head, I've, even read the lyrics and listened to the song. It's an old school song, and I know for me, and even maybe for you, it's a song that, I know I used to listen to growing up, because that was, the era of like my parents and stuff like that. So I said, let me just, go ahead, because it's obviously some message that needs to come through. So the song is Rock With You by Freddie Jackson, and I am going to, link it down for those who may have never heard it, just so that you guys can, get an idea of what the channeling may mean for you. In the meantime, I am going to I do have this wonderful deck is by Crystal Banner, and it's called, pardon the glare, but it's called Love on the Record. If you have Apple Music, there is a list that goes along with this deck. And it has, the list of songs. So I started shuffling, and I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and go live with this and see, what the current energy is, with the masculine and the feminine. So I'm going to start with this deck, and I'm going to get one for the masculine and one for the feminine. And then we'll break out the tarot and see, what the energy is surrounding them. So I'm going to do one more shuffle. And we're going to go ahead and see what the energy is for, the counterpart, twin, soulmate, whatever you call it, what the energy is. So these are what the cards look like. They're little binos. But we're going to see what is going on. So can I get one card for the masculine energy? Right? And can I get one for the feminine energy? One card for the current energy of the feminine. All right. So what came out for the masculine, we have Fallen. We have In Love, The Honeymoon Period, and Infatuation. And this song is Fallen by Maya. And, it speaks to, falling, head over heels in love. There was an energy of admiration, which this card says infatuation, that came through in the full moon reading. But I just feel like the masculine is feeling this love. He's feeling like it's almost giving me the vibes of like the first time like with the feminine that he's actually feeling what falling in love was like, or didn't know what love was like until he fell for the feminine. But then with the feminine energy we have love dry, and it says dry spell, lack, or void. So it's like the feminine is feeling, it's almost like I feel like a switch in the energy where the feminine, like in the past, was the one that was feeling all of this love and all of this, that feeling of falling in love with the masculine. She's now feeling, the opposite. Like there's a lack of love, almost feeling as if something is missing. Um, where the masculine is almost is like drawn in energetically towards, like I feel like there's a pulling of him going towards the feminine. But the bottom of the deck we have moving on, um, which is by Maya too, and it says walking away, changes or endings. So especially what I'm feeling strong about from this moving on energy is like there's some type of change that has happened. And like I said, I feel like there was a switch where it's like the masculine is now feeling what the feminine was feeling in the beginning of the connection. There could be an air of like both of, whether one or both needing to move on, but I'm going to get clarity for what is the energy of the connection. What's the mutual energy between the connection of the masculine and the feminine? What's the mutual energy? Oh, so yeah, we got could have been, and it says missed opportunity, regret, and longing. So I feel like where the feminine may be feeling like, you know, the longing energy for the masculine is feeling the energy of a missed opportunity and having some regrets because, he's in love with the feminine. But it's like the feminine is not feeling that love. But then at the bottom of the deck, we have Cupid. And this is by 112, Pardon the Glare. And it says romance, gifts, a crush. So it's almost like the masculine was shot with Cupid's arrow. That's what I'm feeling. But let's break this down a little bit. I'm going to use the mixed emotions deck. More messages in regards to this energy and spread for the counterpart collective do we need? What messages for the counterpart collective do we need at this time in regards to the current energy? Let's go. I feel like where the masculine maybe being optimistic about the connection. The feminine is feeling like, it's like she's almost, or, feminine energy is almost feeling like, I feel like an energy of like reminiscing over the connection. So let's see. I'm gonna do one more. So bottom of the deck we have peaceful, which I feel this is representing the feminine energy of like kind of just trying to be at peace with where the connection currently stands. It says calm, serene, and centered. It is also giving me that longing vibe, but the feminine is actually, feeling, you know, like it's out of her control with the powerless card. It's something that she can't control, and it's almost like she's made peace with it, and it's brought in some type of freedom. I feel like, she could be, or the feminine could be, feeling this resentful energy, more so like offended, but also just trusting the process at this time. And then up under that, we have the longing energy, which I like is just coming through again as double confirmation. So let's see. Give me some energy, some messages in regards to how the masculine is feeling. So we have our guilty for the masculine, along with happiness or happy, which guilty says blameworthy, responsible, and at fault, and happy says blissful, joyful, and content. So I feel like the masculine, through this, that this energy of, falling in love, or recognizing that he actually fell in love with the feminine, is feeling guilty in a way, and like taking the brunt of the blame, because it's almost like an energy of feeling guilty for not seeing what this connection was, almost feeling guilty for not going after the opportunity with towards the sun with this happy card. It's almost like he didn't recognize the feminine, like it's like he almost had to recognize, like he didn't recognize her until she walked away from the connection or finally gave it up. So now the masculine is in this desperate phase. One, it's almost giving me an energy, excuse me, of wanting to still hold on and fight for the connection with the feminine. Um, because now that he's in this feeling, he's hopeful. He's trying to be, like I said, be optimistic about coming towards the feminine. So let's see what the feminine is feeling. It's like he's almost recognizing that he may have been at fault, and I'm only saying he, to keep it that way. But like I said, you guys know gender doesn't matter. But it is like an energy of knowing, I'm not gonna say knowing, but feeling like he's the cause for, the separation, or, the ending of the connection. But tell me about the feminine energy, please. All right, so for the feminine energy, we have curious, fulfilled, and unsure. So, what I'm feeling for the feminine is like she's just, keeping herself busy at this time, still chasing her dreams, but just, not sure of, where, the next part of this journey is going to, lead her. Um, Not sure, on which road to take in regards to this masculine, but I do feel like there is some optimistic energy on the feminine side as well, where she's just trying to, in a way, I'm getting the energy of chasing her dreams and is okay with not knowing, almost like not being able to see the road ahead. Like I said, I feel like there's some type of acceptance on the feminine side. There is also an air of, just because of the situation with this masculine, like she, the feminine may be harboring like an energy of being discouraged that, love is out there, love exists. Not sure if, this was what it was supposed to be. But overall, I think the feminine is, like what I feel is like she's just trying to, keep herself busy to, give it another, not specifically this connection, but to like give love another try. Because it did put, the feminine energy in this discouraged state, this separation. And like I said, it's a, I'm getting that reminiscent energy of what could have been. And that's on both sides. That's the mutual energy between the two. Give me one for the mutual energy of the connection. It's the mutual energy of the connection. Yeah, frustrated, which makes perfect sense. And I can feel that frustration on both sides. I think more so the masculine may be more frustrated than the feminine. Um, just because he's like now coming into the realization of what the feminine had already knew. And then we have trapped. So mutually, they're just, both the masculine and the feminine are feeling trapped and frustrated about what could have been. Where the feminine is leaning more in towards the acceptance of the separation, the masculine is kind of, feeling guilty and almost, ashamed we have, and then angry. Because there could be an air of self worth playing a part on the masculine side, like feeling like he wasn't enough or didn't have enough to offer. But I think so more this guilty and ashamed energy is coming through in regards to his actions, whether it was, actions that transpired between the two, or if, the energy of not taking action towards this connection to begin with. So let's get some tarot. And I'm using the Life is Like a Board Game um, deck as well, and that's by Crystal Banner, also the same person at the Love on the Record deck. So shout out to her because both of these decks are wonderful. I can't remember exactly where I bought them from. I kind of just came across them one day searching online. But you can definitely, look them up and go ahead and purchase them if you'd like to have them for yourself. But we're gonna see. What other messages need to come through. Do one more. So bottom of the deck we have the Five of Cups, which says, "Damn, this sucks." And I can feel like this energy is on both sides. Like neither the masculine or the feminine want to be in this energy. So this is just, confirming that emotionally neither party is happy. But, this hangman energy is, what's hanging. Like I just want to say, like, it's like in limbo. Like the masculine can still be, trying to. I think the masculine, is coming into that new perspective, that new awareness. Um, it's almost like he's seeing, clearly now the feminine with the Page of Swords and the Empress. And like I said, I feel like there's this hangman is giving me like some hesitation on wanting to actually, reach out and communicate towards the feminine energy. Um, but for right now, it's like there's just no action being taken. So, what other messages do we need for in regards to the masculine? Oh, what's going on? What other messages for the masculine? Oh, so for the masculine, like I said, we got the Two of Wands, the Page of Swords again, and then we have the Hierophant. So I can see this two ways. The masculine is, still, wanting to move forward, but, still at this crossroads of, contemplating on whether if he should communicate. Because he can now, although he may be feeling guilty, maybe feeling, at fault for the separation that took place, he wants to, elevate this into this Hierophant energy. There could also be a transformation, like he's coming into the awareness of, new values, and insight in regards to himself that, are, I almost feel like pushing him to, come forward with the Four of Wands and, build, a more stable foundation with the feminine through the Three of Pentacles, and, knowing that it'll be, reciprocated through the Six of Pentacles. He just wants to collaborate, but he's kind of, like, I feel like hesitant and wanting to, reach out. So, what other messages do we need for the feminine? What other messages do we need for the feminine? Give me one more. All right, so for the feminine, what came out together, we have the Four of Pentacles and Justice, which is giving me the energy of, just wanting to, I think, the feminine maybe feeling like the best thing and the right thing for her to do is just to just pull back and, or, like stay put. Because with the Hermit and the Devil here, how can I put it? Like, it's almost like she knows that the right thing to do is to allow the masculine to process. For some of you, the masculine, because this trapped and this devil energy, for some of them, they could be stuck in a karmic situation right now, whether that's another person, place, or thing. But it's almost like she knows that this energy is still around. And, she's just focused on, moving forward away from that. She may even be feeling like any communication that comes through from the masculine won't truly be, coming from the right space or the right place. But like I said, I'm also getting with the Hermit and the Devil energy that, the feminine is just focused on, work, because the devil is that, that Capricorn energy. But she's aware that, this energy is still around. And I'm going to clarify the devil. Tell me more. Why is the devil here? But I feel like the feminine, like, already did her work and, set herself free from her karmic cycle, especially with Justice and the devil here. But tell me about the devil. Yeah, we got the Nine of Wands, which means like her karmic, the feminine's karmic cycle is almost done. I don't think she's aware of it, with the Two of Swords. I don't think she sees that it's over, but she's did it. She's done it. We got the star at the bottom of the deck. It's like the feminine with this devil energy still like may even I think like she just may be being hard on herself and it's guarded and it's like blocking out this energy and just not even especially with the Two of Swords not open to any energy that comes through. Like it's almost like she's learned how to recognize this energy, this devil energy. If it's not, just her focus, being focused on her work, she's blocking it out. Like I feel like, or I wouldn't say blocking it out, but still thinking like she has to like defend herself against this energy. But what she's not seeing with this Two of Swords is that she's already done it. She's already elevated to the star and is moving forward. Because the Eight of Wands could represent like ascension too. Look, yes, yes, feminine, yes. Because up under the star, we got the Nine of Pentacles. Mm-mm-mm. All right, so give me any other messages for the mutual energy. Still any other messages? Look at it. We got the World, which is, the mutual energy is both of them are wanting to end this cycle of, feeling stuck, feeling trapped and frustrated over the connection. So with that World, it is endings. One more. So we have the World. Yeah, the mutual energy. We have the World, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. So what this is telling me is like this cycle has, truly ended. And especially for the feminine, like you've elevated yourself through this connection from the Queen of Pentacles to the Empress. You have elevated yourself. For the masculine, it's almost like he is, stepping into this energy as well. Because we have the Page of Swords over here. On the masculine side. But it just feels like, if this masculine is still like in a karmic situation, whether it's another like feminine energy or like money with the Queen of Pentacles here, his feminine energy is being elevated to be able to recognize the actual feminine energy physically. So that cycle of feeling frustrated and trapped and I almost feel like blocked off, it's almost like he's opening up more to that feminine side. This cycle's helped him tap into his own feminine energy, which that has been elevated as well. clarify one other thing here. Clarifying the world. So what came out clarifying the world was the Three of Cups and the Chariot. So for some of you, if this masculine is still stuck in the third party, with the world, that cycle is closing. And he's moving out of that third party energy. Because, honestly, there is two feminine energies here. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. So there could have technically been a third party or, other feminine energies, whether, it was friends, family members, actual, lovers, or it could even be a parent. We have a mother figure. It's moving away from that, closing out that cycle of like too many cooks in the kitchen for the masculine, where it's almost like the feminine, like you need to celebrate your elevation because this experience helped you step into the chariot energy and move forward, which is definitely, something to celebrate. You did it. And the masculine, you're doing it. Mm. So I am going to grab some guidance or advice. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot. What's the guidance or advice in regards to this energy and spread? What's the guidance or advice as it pertains to this energy and spread? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just have cards just fall all over the place. Pardon me. For some of you, like I said, clarifying that Three of Cups, the masculine, if he's walking away from a third party, is to, it's time for him to, bring in, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, that he's ready to have that reciprocal energy through the Six of Pentacles, ready to have a balanced connection. It's like he's ready for like true commitment because, and is ready to take action as this King of Wands because he recognizes the feminine, by reflecting and looking back as this Page of Pentacles as the Queen of Wands. And look, we have the Four of Wands wanting to build and have that solid, stable, foundation, like a foundation built on love, being balanced emotionally with temperance, because now he sees what true connection is, and is now, and now, he sees the clarity of, it's almost like the value of collaborating with you as the feminine. And like I always say, every time this happens, the sirens come through as confirmation. And there's like it's even, it's equal, the passion is still there on both sides. But it's almost like the feminine had to, let go and surrender the connection. And, it's almost like the tables have turned. And I'm going to do one more. At the bottom of the deck, we have that Eight of Wands, accelerated motion, that, pardon the glare, but, that moving forward, I feel like where the masculine is being guided to come towards the feminine is looking up, recognizing that, that star energy that we see after, both going through a period of this heartache and loss with the Three of Swords. But now balance is coming in, material and spiritual prosperity. That Six of Pentacles, that reciprocity, and the Four of Wands again. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. After a period of suffering and silence for the both of them. This is beautiful. And look at, we have the sun. It's like the feminine is allowing spirit to be her guide, and she's being the guide for the masculine. I love it. The spirit is guiding the whole thing, and it's beautiful. So give me one advice card for the masculine. It's like they both feel like they lost something, but I think spirit has a plan. I feel it. Spirit has a plan. Give me a card of guidance or advice for the masculine. Yes, guidance or advice for the masculine. Spirit's like, I'm not telling you. What's the guidance or advice for the masculine? The world, like I said, and we had the world come out here. The masculine is being told to just close out this karmic cycle for himself and step into his power, tap into his inner strength and courage to move forward and head towards the sun, because this is like the Six of Swords, and away from this deception and envy, which will lead to new love, that Ace of Cups. Love begins. Wow, Spirit. And I think like they're being assisted by Spirit in closing out this cycle. And what's the guidance or advice for the feminine? Feminines, you got the 9 and the 8 of swords, which is, as soon as I seen both of these, it's like, don't worry. Do not worry. You're looking at the sun as well in that 9 of swords. Your time of suffering and silence and feeling, trapped and alone with your thoughts is over. You've done what you needed to do with this sacrifice card. And look at what you're doing. You're having a new beginning. You're taking that leap. You've closed the door on your karmic cycle as well, because under that we have the devil. And that's why the devil is here. Don't fear and don't worry that you I don't think that there's anything left for the feminine to do. But just let nature take its course. Because you've closed the door behind you, and this is, the fool, which is taking that leap of faith away from the temptation, this devil energy, because now, since you've elevated, you're able to, stand your ground, and also, like, you're protected. You're protected through the feminine energy. Whatever you're about to build, you are protected, because this is the 7 of Wands. So just stand your ground. You already know, it's like you've learned and you've defeated this devil temptation energy. But it's like, it's almost like, because maybe you don't see the masculine, or feel like, like I said, I feel on both sides you guys feel like the connection was lost, but it's not. You've done all that you need to do. You just don't worry. Come out of this 9 and 8 of swords, because that's the guidance or advice. Don't worry. You did exactly what you needed to do, which was this right here. And I don't think you were holding on. I think you felt like the right thing to do for you to do was, just hold your stance in this 4 of Pentacles energy. Just focus on you, hone in on you, and that was the right thing for you to do. That was exactly what Spirit wanted you to do. Wow. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So that was the energy check-in for the counterparts. As always, I thank you for tuning in with me. Whenever this comes across, your feed, timeline, whatever, and it resonates, definitely feel free to hit the like button and send in love and light out to you all. And I hope that, everyone has a great start to their week. And I will see you all on the next one. All right? Later.